Hello, we're Jacob and Jenny, and we have arrived in Budapest, Hungary.
We're going to have a packed day exploring the Pest side of the city. It seems like there's just a ton to see and do in this town, and we are really excited. We're here in Budapest, which is split by the Danube River with the Buda side across the river, and we're going to be here exploring the Pest side today. That river also marks the boundary point between what was at one point considered Europe to one side and Asia to the other side, and it's always been kind of this mixing pot of cultures here ever since the Romans first settled along in this area. Then you had Asian horseback nomadic tribes coming here before they settled down. You had the Ottomans coming in from Turkey and taking over this area. Then you had the Austrians led by the Habsburg family. It eventually led to the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Tons of revolutions to try and regain independence from that empire. They got their own country back again, only to be then invaded by the Nazis and then the Soviets, and then just more revolution after that. It's been such a wild ride here. We're hoping to get a better understanding of some of that history today. It's a lot to take in, but we'll see what we can do.
So the building behind us is Parliament. Later today we're going to be exploring inside and getting a tour. We booked this quite a while ago because the limited English tour, so we actually are going to be able to get an English tour. And we actually have never been to US's capital, and we've never gone inside the Parliament building, so I'm actually really excited about that. And just from seeing the outside of the building, I'm really excited to see what's inside because it's so grand looking from the outside. I imagine that the inside looks the same. So we just finished up our tour of the Parliament. It actually went by really fast, like that 45 minutes goes by really quickly. Everything inside is super ornate. Very interesting to look at. There's also a crown in there that you're not allowed to take pictures, but for the most part you are allowed to take videos and pictures. We had to use an audio guide. There's a person who leads you through the building so you know where to go, but everybody has a different audio guide in their ear so they can all have a bunch of people who speak different languages go at the same time. Overall, it is a little pricey, so if you don't want to spend the money, then it's totally makes sense. But if you have the time and the money, I think it's definitely worth checking out for sure. So along our walk, we came upon St. Stephen's Basilica. It is the largest church in Budapest, and as you can see, it's quite a sight. It is known for kind of being a monument to St. Stephen, who was the first Christian king of Hungary, and inside there's also a relic of his hand. That seems kind of not maybe something that we want to see today. We heard that the inside is remarkable, but there's a lot that we have to go see and do today. So I think we're going to skip seeing the inside, but if you happen to see the inside before and know something interesting about it or would recommend sometime we come back, leave a note about it in the comments. So we had to stop in for some lunch. Something to warm us up. I got some goulash, which is traditional soup with, this one has beef and dumplings. I'm not sure if that's always the case, but this is beef and dumplings. It is so good and just really hits the spot. Jacob had a mushroom paprikash with little dumplings too, and it's completely different flavor, profile past of mine, but also really, really good. So we're just gonna eat this and keep eating this because, yeah, it's really hitting the spot.
Lunch was really good, really nice, warm way to get a little energy back. Definitely needed that little break. And afterwards, right across the street was a place selling strudels. They just had a whole bunch of different flavors. We got a raspberry and curd, just like a cheese curd, and sour cherry. Very interesting flavors. Ooh, that looks good. All right, we're gonna try this sour cherry.
It's tart. It's really good. The cherry is really nice and tart. The bread is nice and flaky. But basically it's just there to hold the fruit filling. There's so much fruit in there, it's crazy.
It's good. It's just like, it's kind of like if you just like ate a scoop of pie filling. That's what that's like. It's good. It's just not what I was expecting.
That one's not quite as warm. The strawberry one, or the raspberry and curd one, is still warm. So interested in see how that'll go.
So I'm gonna try this raspberry and curd. Very excited. That's really good. I like the little bit of sweetness with the cheese curd. The cheese curd is kind of similar to like if you ever had like a cheese blintz or like a cheese pierogi. It's kind of that same like sweet cheese that's in that. It's really, really good. Maybe Jacob's not gonna get any of this.
So we just got to our next stop, which is across the street in this kind of gray building. It used to be the home of the Gestapo-like police during the time that the Nazis were in charge here, and then was it the home of the secret police when the Soviets were in charge. It's now been converted to a museum of terror to really memorialize and showcase the hardship of life underneath those brutal regimes. I don't think we can videotape in there, so we'll have to tell you a little bit about it when we get done, but we'll see you in a minute.
I don't want to talk about that. That was rough.
Ooh, that was a tough time. The museum takes you through like the Nazis kind of taking over and a little bit on what they did, and then the kind of the Soviets coming in, taking over from the Nazis, liberating the country, and then their propaganda and how they treated any sort of political dissidents, anyone who spoke out against the government had to go through, be forced out of their homes, in prison, undergo sham trials. Thousands of people were executed here, thousands more sent to labor camps. It's all told through kind of first-hand accounts of videos of people who were actually impacted and had to go through that. And it takes a lot out of you, but I think it's a really important site to come see and learn from our history. Whew. All right, let's try something a little more cheerful next. We need to get out of this funk.
So we came to a thermal bath here in Budapest. They're pretty well known for their thermal baths, and they've been around since I think the Roman times. They're part of the medical care system too here, so you can get like a prescription to come to a thermal bath. We're just here to relax. This one is one of the more iconic ones that you've seen in pictures. The name starts with an S. I don't know what it is, but I think we're just gonna relax and enjoy this unique feature of Budapest. We just finished up in the thermal bath, and that was so relaxing. I could have stayed the rest of the night, but I think we're probably gonna go eat now. But I think it's about I think like $30-ish a person for a pass. I think you can stay as long as you want. We came in the evening and it closes at 8 p.m. so we knew we weren't gonna have a whole lot of time. But I definitely recommend it. I feel so relaxed and almost fell asleep at one point, so it was awesome. Totally recommend.
So we came to this little row of food stalls and got one of the like street food specialties here in Budapest, which is the langos, which is a fried dough that they then cover with sour cream and cheese. And boy, it looks amazing and it feels nice and warm. This is the classic version. They also now you can get it with a whole bunch of other toppings. We just wanted the original kind of classic. They're looking good. It's so
nice and warm and like fried doughy goodness. If you've ever had like an elephant ear, it's like an elephant ear that doesn't have all the like sugar and cinnamon on it, where they just put sour cream and cheese. But I didn't get enough of the sour cream on that bite. Here we go. The tangy sour cream with the nice creamy cheese. Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Ooh, good but messy. After our yummy food, we decided to get some drinks. We got a beer at a ruin bar here. They're very popular here. Lots of people here. Very unique kind of setting. Lots of like funky lights and art on the wall. Very interesting place to have a drink. Definitely something that you should check out while you're here. So we had such a good time exploring the Pest side of the city. We did, I think, so many things, but I know there's just so much more that we didn't even get to.
Oh yeah, it's just non-stop. Tons of thing after thing after thing.
Yes.
This city just seems like it has so much to offer. And we only scratched about half of it today.
Not even.
Not even, yeah. So make sure you join us next time as we hop across the river and explore the Buda side of Budapest.
Good night.
Bye.